Hello. Um, I don't want to say this, but there's certain situations that people are put in that they have to say something and leave a record somewhere. My name is Parker. I don't have no mental health, and I am not on no drugs. I don't have no mental health problems at all, and I am not on no drugs. But there's something in here hurting us. My daughter's sitting right there. It says it's obviously it's yelling from our TV saying that it's killing me tonight for telling on those people in Washington whenever I called the FBI to start an investigation because I believe that we're MK Ultra survivors or I'm probably going to die. It's been hurting my neck trying to make it look like natural causes, but it's messing with the artery on my left side. It is not natural. It's something in here trying to do a fucking cover up. Now, this same Bing or whatever the fuck is here, we caught it raping a child. So it's weird, but if you want to read John Keel, he can tell you about how certain entities can even have sometime left physical evidence upon their cosmic rape victim. But we just walked in. I mean, found a child that was asleep, bent over, like something was behind her, fucking her. I swung a pillow around, the child's body dropped. Now, something is pissed off, and something's mad. So I'm being hurt and put to death. I am being killed right here in front of my daughter, and I am in the middle of dying. I am hurting and being hurt to death, tortured. So, it's okay. You know, they do that to children. They rape my children. They've raped 3 of them. They raped demons or whatever the fuck these people got working for them and with them the whole time had raped the child because we caught them. Me and my wife caught them. And then they just pretty much kidnapped illegally and raped 2 of my little boys. My little boy that they fried his brain with radiation and he's mentally retarded for the rest of his life. They turned around and raped him up his ass. So that's just kind of blatant and straight up about it. But I'm a father who had to watch his children be tortured by some people with remotes. And got framed and sent to prison to discredit me. But in order to frame me, they had to try to force me to commit the crime. But I didn't. And something was over me the whole time and made me actually take the plea in Sweetwater and said that I would go through what I'm going through now if I didn't take the plea. So that's the only reason that I took the plea. I didn't do nothing at all. And I put that on everything I love. But something was over there or somebody was over there and they're using something with deadly force to try to force people to do things they wouldn't like to do. And I refused. What did I refuse to do? This shit. I refused to have sex with a fucking child. That's what I refused. And that's what they were trying to get me to do. They were trying to create a crime and create a profile, fit the person to the profile, and frame his ass and kill him. So we, the people that tortured my children up there, can walk away. I did report and made an official report to the FBI that it is official and it is under investigation right now. But I know there's some government officials that were involved in it. But okay, but a man has to sit here and his children have to watch him being tortured and his children have to be tortured because the same thing that's here has hurt Alretta and it's hurt Gina. It's hurt everybody here and my son's brain was fried. So what justice is that, huh? What crime does somebody commit to have to watch it? No, that's a fucking assassination. That's exactly what it is. And those people up there tried to convince us because they're a fucking cult, like they're God or something. They ain't shit but some fucking child abusers. And they abused my children. And it's a very long story, but there is something very bad here. My life's in danger. My daughter's scared for her life, and the only way, whether I die or not, at least there will be a record placed here in my behalf. So when somebody wants to hear what I have to say, you can just go to this YouTube channel. When I'm dead, because we're already planning my funeral. We're calling the funeral home. We're trying to get a casket ready because they say the government or whatever the fuck this is that's injecting all these people, because they're trying to get us to point at a being. Whenever it's diversion, it was those fucking people that burned my eyes and lined up 30 cars in a row to run me and my children off the fucking road into big ass valleys and shit, trying to kill us, all of us. And I don't know why, and I don't know what man has the right to kill a whole black family, but we don't pay taxes for that shit. We got something up in our house that tries to watch people have sex with their wives and shit. That is not right. Because how can you have sex with your wife when something's sitting there commenting on it or something? Now, everybody here sees it. Now, in these normal conspiracies that they run, they try to get one person cornered and try to make them look crazy like they did the Washington Navy Yard shooting or the Florida Library shooting. But here, and we got statements from about 20 or 30 or more people. And also there's been a book published about it and copywritten. And there are plenty of copies of that book that's been handed out. So, I don't want to die personally. I've lived this life and I've lived, think, and breathe air like each and every other individual in the world. Now, being terrorized and having to watch your kids be tortured and them motherfuckers kidnapping them over something, some type of torture thing, and raping them is pretty much against all justice. We were a family in Grays Harbor, Washington that was kidnapped. Not kidnapped, but held. Anytime that we would try to leave the city, we would get ran off the road. The police wouldn't do nothing about it. Matter of fact, Officer Ron pried open a bathroom window, and he put a gun to a child's face, and he was about to shoot. He even called us harassed, and they could check the phone that I had. And the last officer that pulled me over in Aberdeen said, "We know you're leaving. No matter what you do and where you go, you better not tell nobody about what we did to you and your family." What I have to say to that officer is, fuck you, you racist piece of fucking shit. Whether I live or die from what y'all did to me, there's a thing called bewitchment. Whenever they have ways and do things in some parts of law enforcement to a family, they cover it up by putting something down upon them. And whenever they put this profiler, power of air, something that sends messages out upon someone to torment and torture them, and inject them with radiation, which is a form of libidinal energy that it's actually injecting you with. It's a psychic vampire. And there are federal agencies that are directly against Satanism, and they bust a lot of Satanists up. Well, if there's federal agencies involved that go after these pedophile rings and porn rings and everything else, that deal with these beings, obviously they exist. And that's exactly what happened to the Florida library shooting person, the Washington Navy Yard shooter. And that's what's happened to me and all of my children. All of us have been injected, including Aretta, and we believe it's MK Ultra because there were military personnel involved. There was military personnel involved, and people running up on my car with guns to shoot us. So that's what's going on. I don't want to die tonight, and being hurt in your neck and in your spine and in your brain is depressing, but I'm trying to be strong about it, and I'm already starting to miss like my family, like I'm already dead, but I'm trying to spend much time with my kids as I can. My son, he cries because he sees his dad being hurt really, really bad, and I can't even barely walk, nothing but like a couple days a week. So I'm just laying down being attacked and choked. And my wife's brain is being hurt. And my daughter is being touched and hurt by something that everybody sees. My sister sees everybody. Everybody at my brother's funeral seen it and heard it. There's an assassin, a serial killer, and he's responsible for killing that little boy over there in Sandbin Park in Washington State, which means that they don't have no regards for human life, not even a child. I was sitting on the 7th floor of the apartment building Aberdeen Manor as the murder happened, and it didn't happen as they said it did. I'm a little depressed. I ain't high or nothing like that, but my eyes are, because I'm just depressed and I've been being hurt all day. Since I called the FBI office earlier, something's been yelling at me and hurting me on my neck, telling me that just because you told on those people or you're calling and you're reporting y'all being tortured and stuff, that we're going to kill you. Now, we're not allowed to call law enforcement. I'm not going to let nothing control my fucking life like that. It already tried to get me, you know what I'm saying? You can't let nothing control you like that. Win, lose, or draw. You know, I'm a dead man. But you know what? At least they didn't get what they want. What they wanted was me to have sex with the baby, and they tried to create some type of physical evidence to get me in trouble, to discredit me, so I would be so discredited that society would look the other way and not point at people of that conspiracy. That's all.